Elara Capitalist Conference, MoS Finance, Jayant Sinha spoke to ET Now's chief editor Supriya Shrinate about his sense of the RBI rate cut, fixing stressed assets of banks and more. Here's the big exclusive.
With me, the Minister of State for Finance, Mr. Jayant Sinha, joins us right here on ET Now. Thank you very much, Mr. Sinha, for being with us. You've been on record to say that what the RBI has done is the right thing, and this is going to be a stimulus for the Indian economy. I am given to be a skeptic because I am a journalist. So let me ask you this question. Could they have not done a little more than just 25 basis points rate cut?
You know, those are all judgment calls that we have to let RBI and its professional judgment and its professional understanding of the situation take the call on, and in our system they are tasked with taking that call. I think the combination of the rate cut and the very significant liquidity measures that have been undertaken will in fact provide the boost to the economy that it needs right now, and we are quite hopeful, as we've been monitoring various indicators in the economy, that the recovery which has been underway for some time now has finally taken hold. Obviously, as we all know well, the real uncertainty right now is how the monsoon will develop. But I think as long as we have a normal monsoon and the global economy doesn't go into a sort of recessionary type set of conditions, we should see a very strong recovery moving forward.
The governor has almost put the ball in the banks' courts and said that they should be passing on rates now. And given that the banks have switched to the MCLR regime, when do you expect banks to readjust loan rates? When do EMIs begin to get cheaper?
Typically what you find is after the RBI has taken action, it takes a few days for the banks to sort through and figure out for themselves exactly how they want to take action. So it is imminent.
I know that you really championed the whole cause of sorting out the NPA mess in the banking sector. You're even heading the committee there. Have you been able to arrive at conclusions? What is the way forward? Because many people are beginning to say that it is credit offtake that is perhaps the biggest ill right now that faces Indian economy.
No, we have a number of measures underway as far as stressed assets are concerned. As you know, we've been trying to deal with it at the sectoral level in terms of relieving stress in the individual sectors: steel, textiles, sugar, power. In all of those areas, wherever policy action was required, we've taken very swift and very decisive action on structural forces that are impeding those sectors. So we've done that. Obviously, we have a resolution process underway with CDR and SDR, with the bankruptcy law coming as well, that enables that resolution to happen. And then on the banking side, we have with the AQR that's been underway, gone through a recognition process, some of which we'll be seeing once Q4 results come out as well. So on all of those different dimensions, we've undertaken very decisive action. And of course, the Stressed Assets Fund is also going to be a major player in this going forward.
Mr. Sinha, both you and Mr. Jaitley have said that the government is firmly behind its institutions and its banks as far as recovering bad loans are concerned. Kingfisher Airlines is a case in point which has really caught the imagination of the nation. Just yesterday in the courts, the bank said they have rejected the 4,000 crore rupee settlement offer. Is it not pragmatic that the banks settle right now with whatever is available, because it may just turn out to be a zero-sum game? Some people are beginning to lose sleep on that.
Exactly as you were saying earlier, Supriya, we really want the institutions to take these decisions. There is a commercial logic that has to be applied. Obviously, they have to take into account various trade-offs in terms of what's possible through the recovery process, what is going to get bogged down in the judicial system, what is happening as far as economic conditions are concerned. Those are all factors that the banks themselves are going to have to work through. And of course, they are seized of the matter, and so they will take the appropriate decisions.
My last question to you, and this is really coming in from the Vodafone case, where you've decided to move Supreme Court on the transfer pricing case. People believe there is a bit of a disconnect between the conciliatory tone that your budget, produced, between what's happening now. Initially, the decision was you're not going to approach the Supreme Court. Now that you have, what has been the rationale really?
the situation that has emerged as far as this particular case is concerned has a very substantive question of law attached to it, and it does need to resolve through the Supreme Court process. And so certainly we move forward in that fashion. Obviously, our negotiations with Vodafone are proceeding on good faith. We do want that matter to be settled. Vodafone, of course, is a very important and significant player in our economy. There are many dimensions that we interact with them on, obviously through the spectrum auctions, through the taxes that they pay, through the services that they provide, and through these judicial proceedings that are underway with them. So it's a multidimensional relationship, and of course we very much are hopeful that we will be able to settle the full range of issues.
Don't you feel it is going to send out a signal that the government is not walking the talk on ending tax terror? The government is not walking the talk on smoking the peace pipe, something that your budget did start, and I know you were one of the key architects of that.
The government has to operate in the national interest. We always have to put the priorities of the people of India first, and as I said, the relationship between Vodafone and the government is a complex, multi-dimensional relationship. There are many aspects to it, and in many of those aspects we are supportive, we are encouraging, we are working with them in partnership with them. In others, we are more in a relationship where we are trying to sort out exactly how to resolve some contentious matters. So it's a complex, multi-dimensional relationship, as it is with large corporations and the government. I'd like to remind you right now that even in the US, just now the US Treasury has had to step in on a retroactive basis to close certain loopholes that existed with respect to tax inversion, and of course that has brought to halt and resulted in a very, very large merger between Pfizer and Allergan being called off. So all sovereigns with large corporations have a multi-dimensional, multifaceted relationship.
You know, all sovereigns, and you represent one of them at the highest level. Is the government at one level a little disappointed that Vodafone did not warm up to the suggestion, to the proposal to settle and be done with this tax dispute, even though you've put it on the statute? Because many people believe that cold shouldering perhaps has triggered this court move.
No, we are in a good faith negotiation with Vodafone.
Are you disappointed that they haven't warmed up well?
We are moving forward.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.